Viewed objectively, I have to say that Donald Trump has just had the best week or best 10 days of his second term. By any objective measure, President Trump has his opponents on the run.
That's how good it was. CNN, whose entire purpose for existing is to try and hurt Donald Trump, just admitted that Donald Trump might be doing a good job. Think about that. So to recap the last week, the president ending the 12-day war between Israel and Iran. Peace deal still pending. Peace between Israel and Gaza still pending. But the U.S. strikes on Iran, halting, setting back, obliterating, whatever you want to call it, the Iran nuclear program, which is a good thing. If that program was set back by a week, that is a good thing, because whatever you want to call it, again, halting, setting back, limiting, obliterating Iran's nuclear program, Iran's ability to make a nuclear weapon is a good thing for America and the rest of the world. After that, the president flew to the Netherlands and got almost every single country in NATO to agree to put 5% of their own gross domestic product toward their own defense. Doesn't that make sense? That'll also save U.S. taxpayers what will end up being billions of dollars over time. After that, the Supreme Court with a flurry of rulings on Friday, most of them pro-America first, but the big one, stopping these judges, these unelected dictators in robes working in tiny little nothing districts in blue cities like New York and Boston, from preventing the president from doing what he was elected to do in November. We had never seen that before. Then, and this got no attention, which is why we are covering it tonight, the president negotiated an end to the war between the Congo and Rwanda. Were you aware of this? This has been going on for almost 30 years. Do you know where Rwanda is? Do you know where the Congo is? Exactly. That war is now over. And gas is shockingly, today, at its lowest levels in 4 years, which is shocking because typically this week, the week of the 4th of July, is when gas is at its most expensive, but not this year, not under Donald Trump. And finally, did you see the stock market today? Have you looked at your savings or your retirement or your 401k? It is all okay again, as we predicted. The Dow today closing over 44,000 for the first time since the middle of January, and the S&P 500 just set another record again today. And once again, CNN can't seem to make sense of it.
I've never covered anything quite like this. Look at this chart. Yeah. This is the S&P just since this year started. And look at that epic sell-off back in March and April. That's because investors were freaking out about the president's Liberation Day tariffs. This market meltdown was so bad that some people on Wall Street were calling it Obliteration Day. The S&P 500, just since that low in April, has gained almost $10 trillion in market value. It's a stunning increase.
So, yes, Donald Trump just had a very good week, and it looks like it's going to continue. Right now, we move on to the big, beautiful bill this week. Is it a perfect bill? No, it's not. It's not a perfect bill. No bill is perfect. But conservative media have been cheering this thing on for weeks, months even, and anytime the media are overly behind something, it always makes me just a little bit skeptical, which is my job. But only 2 Republicans in the Senate are against it. Tom Tillis, who's retiring, and Rand Paul. J.D. Vance will be the tie-breaking vote if needed, meaning that bill's going to pass in the Senate possibly tonight. We've got an eye on it right now. Then it's going to go back to the House, where it will likely pass again. Then Donald Trump will sign it into law possibly Thursday, possibly on Friday, the 4th of July. If it doesn't, taxes are going to go up by 22% on average per American taxpayer on January 1st, and that's according to the Tax Policy Center. Think about that. No one running for re-election is ever going to let that happen. This bill is going to become law. It is going to pass. It's not going to be easy, but it is going to pass. So as Donald Trump enters what could be the most successful period of his presidency, including his first 4 years in office, Democrats are about to elect a radical, self-avowed socialist to run the biggest, most important city in America. And this story should matter to the rest of America, which might not mean anything to people living across the country right now. And I understand that. But we promise you tonight, if this does happen in November in New York City, if Zohan Mandami does win this race, he will not be the last radical socialist we see. He will be just the very first, something Caroline Levitt addressed perfectly today.
This bill has exposed the clear differences between Republicans and Democrats in 2025. The Democrats are doubling down on craziness and radical policies that are undermining the very fabric of our country. Just look at the Democrat nominee for New York City Mayor, Zohran Mandami. He's a Democrat socialist, really a communist, who proudly calls to defund the police, peddles anti-Semitism, praises pro-Hamas groups, wants Israel abolished, and believes wealthy Americans should not exist. Those are his words. Under President Trump's leadership, Republicans are fighting tirelessly for everyday middle-class working Americans who re-elected this president. And we're carrying out a revolution of common sense. And all of that is packed into this one big, beautiful bill.
So as we start the holiday week, thank you for being with us. This is a week where we are going to celebrate just one flag, and it's not the pride flag, even though today is the last day of June. We thought it was important to point out where we are as a country compared to where we were at this time last year and where we could be right now if someone else won the election in November.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.